Anmynor, the IP, Anmynor, began with a larger title. It was a MOBA game, one of these battle arena games. It had a very gritty, steampunk kind of style, and we had these elemental creatures throwing fireballs and lightning bolts at each other. At some point, one of the artists got tired of making a render and decided to do a cartoon sketch of what a baby fire golem would look like. And it looked adorable. And the whole thing just took off from there. Basically, we started off with the 4 elements, the fire, air, water, and earth. And then we decided to add the element of darkness, and then we wondered what would happen if we combined the different elements, what sort of combination would get. If we combined fire and water, for example, we would get the composite element of steam. And this led to a cast of 17 characters. And we decided very early on to stick with this cartoon style, with vivid backgrounds filled with dashes of color, and our concept artist put together 17 environment sketches. From there, the modelers reproduced those sketches in 3D with a almost clinical level of precision, and then we built the levels themselves to fit into these environments, so that the puzzles that you're solving look like they belong to these environments. I would say from cartoons. You can see that Anmynor Puzzles is heavily inspired by cartoons, like Roadrunner. I mean, every character is like a mini Wile E. Coyote being shot out of cannons and catapults, and I think a lot of the inspiration comes from these sort of cartoons. If I were to compare it to any game released in the 90s or before, I would say it would have to be Lemmings. Lemmings has the same sort of idea, in that the characters are simply walking by themselves, and you have to guide them through a dangerous world full of traps. And of course, the most important thing is that it doesn't matter if a few of them die, and that's the same thing that we capture in our game as well. It's actually quite fun just to send the golems flying off a cliff with a catapult, and it really doesn't matter. And that's part of the enjoyment that we found people get from the game. The one thing I would like games to get out of Anmynor Puzzles is fun losing the game. It's one of these games that you just play for the sake of playing. Okay, you can complete the level and you can advance to the next stage, but we found during the playtesting that people spent a hell of a lot of time losing the level in funny ways. And that's the kind of enjoyment that we want to pass on to our players.